What's up, Ravens fans? We're going to wrap up our series of pre-draft analysis videos today because we're just a few hours from the Ravens being on the clock later tonight. And so today we're talking about who our pick is at number 28. We've talked about all the different scenarios. So, Mink, you're on the clock. Who we taking? Pick number 28.
All right, I'm going with Iowa defensive end A.J. Epenesa. And look, this just screams Ravens draft pick. I mean, here's a guy who came into the season looking like probably a top 10 pick when all was said and done. Then he puts up great production, does everything he's supposed to do, and now suddenly he's talked about, end of the first round, maybe even early second round. I mean, the guy had a tough combine. How many times have we heard this before, that a guy doesn't perform all that well at the combine, but the Ravens are a team that values the tape. And A.J. Epenesa's tape is dominant. I mean, a strong, heavy-handed guy off the edge that can provide a lot of pass rush for you. Derek Wolfe and Calais Campbell aren't going to be here for too long, signed 2- and 1-year deals. So I think that A.J. Epenesa makes a lot of sense to roll in there now and for the future.
What do you think, Cliff? Do you see it playing out this way too?
It could, because I like him, but I'm going with Zack Ball, the edge rusher from Wisconsin. I just feel like he's a guy who I think will be there at 28, who fits the Ravens mold, has a lot of size. I think he's going to be better against the run later in his career. But as far as helping the team right away, if he's a guy who can get you, say, 6 sacks or more next season, that would really help the defense a lot and give them an element opposite Matt Judon that they're looking for, not only next year, but moving on into the future. We've seen the Ravens lose young pass rushers. We know pass rush is something you always want to have. We know Wink Martindale can scheme up a pass rush, but wouldn't it be nice to have a guy who on his own could win his one-on-one matchups? I think Bond could be that guy. He's my pick at 28.
So, John, we've got 2 guys on the defensive side of the ball. Are you sticking with that, or is there somebody on the offensive side who you think can make sense?
I'm sticking with the defense. I think it's going to be Patrick Queen, LSU inside linebacker. And, I like Queen. I like Kenneth Murray from Oklahoma. I mean, there's a big question of who's going to be there. I think Murray will be gone. I also like Zack Bond, Cliff's pick. I think Queen will be there. And those are 2 good players. Queen's a little bit more athletic. The Ravens are just dying for somebody in the middle of their defense that you can just put in there and play for a number of years. And that's a position of need, a starter at inside linebacker. To me, that would the Ravens obviously set out to sort of redo their defensive front 7 this offseason, and I think that pick would complete it.
We're going to go 4 for 4 on the defensive side of the ball here because I'm going with Patrick Queen. I'm going to echo what you said, John. I think the Ravens break their streak of never having drafted a player from LSU. That comes to an end tonight when they take Patrick Queen at number 28. I think the biggest question, and you alluded to this, is who's going to be there. And I think you got to worry a little bit about some of the teams in front of the Ravens about whether they could take Queen. I mean, the Patriots, could they be a team? Epenesa also could be an option for the Patriots at number 23.
So could Bond.
I've also seen them go number 21, Queen that is. So I think it's a real question as to whether he makes it to 28. But if he does, I think this is a kind of a don't overthink it. Just go and get your starting linebacker move for the Ravens. He's somebody who can come in and be a day 1 starter and shore up that position, solidify it right away. And I think that would be a great move. Now, again, he could be gone. I think, to your point, both Cliff and Ryan, I think there's a better chance that Epenesa and Bond is there. Is that kind of why you wanted to go in that direction with take Epenesa, for example?
Yeah, to me, it was between those 2 guys, Epenesa and Bond. And I love the inside linebackers. I really like Kenneth Murray and Patrick Queen. And in fact, I think if either one of those is there, that's the pick. I think the perfect scenario, Kenneth Murray somehow gets there. I mean, this guy just screams Ray Lewis to me. Yeah. And so if he's there, I think the Ravens take him. But there's just been a lot of buzz around those 2 players, and it seems like they're not going to be there. So to me, I was going between Epenesa and Bond, who I think both could really help this Ravens defense immediately also.
Yeah, I think Queen and Murray are both going to be gone. I think Epenesa is going to be gone. So if in that scenario, that is why I went with Bourne. I agree with you, Garrett. I mean, and obviously you too, John, that if Queen or Murray's there, that's the pick. But I just really don't think either guy is going to be there.
If neither of them are there, I think you're getting into some different scenarios. You might maybe offensive line, Cesar Ruiz, a big need. He would fill that, or dare I say it, sorry, trade back.
Oh, that could be a possibility for I think Epenesa or potentially Bond. I think you might be able to trade back. Guys. You might be able to trade back and still get one of those guys.
Absolutely. So I think if neither of those guys, I'm talking about the inside linebackers, are there, I don't know, could see some different scenarios.
Yeah, for the purposes of this, we had to pick a player. We couldn't say with the 28th pick, the Ravens select trade. That wasn't on the table. You had to take a player.
I didn't.
Yeah, so it is a possibility. I agree with you on that. So the fun gets started at 8 o'clock tonight. Throughout the draft, if you want instant analysis as this is taking place, well, make sure you come into our Ravens Chat Live. We're going to have Mink, Cliff, and John all talking to fans throughout the draft, providing immediate analysis. So if you've got any questions for them as this draft is unfolding, we'll do their best to answer those. You'll be able to access that right from our homepage, also our app as well. So check that out and enjoy the draft tonight.